Well, the past few years have surely seen some ups and downs. Market swings, inflation spikes, pandemic fallout, shortages, wars, you name it, it's probably happened. And all those challenges have many contemplating their financial outlook, especially those who are retired or nearing retirement. So what can be done to have a more successful retirement? Well, joining us to discuss that, Gary Mattson and Laurel Stewart, the father-daughter team at Mattson Financial Services, a firm that's been helping people retire successfully right here in West Michigan for decades. You can also check them out on their popular radio show, Money Mentors. Gary, Laurel, what should those people, by the way, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
I always want to jump right in. I always want to dive in. What should those nearing retirement be focused on right now?
I think looking at what is their plan, right? What is their goal? A lot of people get caught up on this dollar that you need, but really what is this dollar going to get you? And that's where we start with that conversation, is bringing it back to income and talking about your needs. And then with us, we'll help you do that math. You don't have to come in and say, oh, I think I need $5,000 a month because I have X going to taxes and I've got Social Security coming in. Leave that to us. We'll help guide you. But starting that conversation of your goal.
Gary, I like every day I check a checklist. Okay, every day I have one of these for my tasks. Do you have something similar for retirement?
Oh, absolutely. We have including age milestones, which you should be doing at 50 in different ages all the way through, including required minimum distributions. And then every year we do that task of where you're at and do that annual review. But also is that we need to update what your lifestyle is going to be. We talk about that critical income need bucket to give you that money every year, but what's changing in your world? And as life changes, inflation, vacations, family members' needs or what you want to do, or even gifting. All of this is changing every single year, and so we have to put those puzzle pieces together and make sure that plan for that individual client is working. And that's the joy we get. So clients so many times will come to us and say, I hate this, I'm glad you're here, we don't have to worry about it. And that is so nice to have that confidence, but it is something that we do every single day for our clients, so it is second nature to us.
And we have another checklist too, to where you say, hey, I'm going to schedule this meeting, which we can get into here later on, but all those things you need to bring in, a little bit of homework, but you can put it in a shoebox, doesn't have to be organized. We have a checklist for that too.
So you can see the full puzzle.
You know, I got to be honest, we've talked a lot about taxes right, over the years. How big of a factor is that when it comes to retirement?
Huge, and I think it's one of those things that people miss. You know, we've had lots of conversations, and they might have a good plan, really like their advisor, but they don't have a tax strategy. And so what you're doing, if you have a large, you know, if you're one of those middle-class millionaires, you've got a 401k that has just about $1 million in it, well, you're going to have taxes every time you take a dollar out. And if you didn't have a plan, there's that tax man. And then we talk about required minimum distributions when you're 72. So we need to have a strategy in place.
And not just about taxes. If we shave a little bit off taxes, shave a little bit off of maybe advisor fees, make a little more for your portfolio, let's say all that combined makes a 5% difference in your portfolio. Well, a $500,000 portfolio, or $500,000, 5% is $25,000. What would you do with an extra $2,000 a month?
Oh, I got a new roof to put on my house. So.
Right, there you go. Lots of great
with
things.
Inflation, or buy that new vehicle, or take that travel vacation with grandkids that you want to do.
Absolutely. I mean, a lot of people think, and maybe I'm one of them, who think, boy, as soon as I retire, I just get to kick back, put my feet up, and the checks are going to come in. I don't have to worry about anything.
That's right.
That's good for some people.
That's what we want to have happen.
Okay, good.
That's exactly what we want to have happen.
So it is attainable.
Yes.
All right, good. I didn't want to have to worry, because I know that it's not like the money, you just stop managing it once you're retired. I mean, you need somebody who's on there. So you mentioned a checklist. Maybe somebody's watching this right now, like, okay, what do we need to bring in? You said it fits in a shoebox, right?
Yes, right. Or you can, we've got people who are very organized. We've got our engineers with
Charts.
the spreadsheets, you know. But we talk about things that we do look at your couple past years of taxes.
Okay.
We look at, you know, any mortgage, outstanding debt, so we can make sure we have a plan there. And then we obviously look at your investments, because what we want to do is look at the actual holdings within them. Some people may feel reluctant, like, oh, you need my statement.
Right.
Well, what we want to see are the underlying investments, because if you talk about this goal and you think you're in a pretty conservative position, we look at your holdings and we're like, oh man, where you think you're at and where you are very different. We want to be able to speak to that.
Absolutely.
So a lot of advisors want to talk about your money and your income. And that is important. That's the things we want to talk about. But enhanced planning is all about those other pieces that will deflect you getting where you want to go. taxes, risk, having the right amount of assets in the right area to take advantage of markets. So all those things come into play, and we want you to bring in your plan of what you want to have, and then we're going to create that plan so you can see the roadmap, exactly what's going to happen, not only while you're alive and well, but there's things going to happen when you're alive and not well too. So we want to have a plan for all of that through retirement. That's why it's so important for us to get it right the first time, make sure clients get that, they have a complete explanation to it, and they can rely upon that every time they come back in. They say, oh, I remember this, or I remember that. We don't want you to remember. We'll take care of that for you.
And the good news is that you guys have done this a few times.
Yes.
You've gone through your clients, so this thing that people are going to be going through probably just once in their lifetime, you've done it a few times. You know where to look and what to look for and how to help your clients. So let's give them a deal. How can they reach out today?
If you're one of the first 5 callers, you're getting ready to retire, you've got that date on the calendar maybe coming up here, or you're already retired.
Laura, I know somebody who's actually counting the days, the hours, and the seconds.
Oh. I love those people. That's great. And so if you're one of those, we do focus on that retirement side of the planning. So we'd love to help you, sit down with you, carve out those goals, get more specific there, or if you're in retirement, talk about what we can do to make some tweaks along the way.
And especially with downsizing companies, you better be prepared. If you're one of those downside, can I go now, or do I have to stretch out and get another job? It's good to know those facts.
Absolutely. And if you have any of those questions, they can be answered today. It's an incredible offer. Thanks, Gary. Thanks, Laurel. Appreciate it. For you at home, take advantage of the special offer from Mattson Financial and make sure that you're covered on your retirement checklist. If you're nearing retirement or already retired, Gary, Laurel, and the rest of the team will sit down with you personally to customize a retirement plan just for you. This is a comprehensive plan that includes a look at your taxes, investments, your income sources, and so much more to help you get you to and through that retirement you deserve. Call now, 616-514-3831. That's 616-514-3831.